Hey, and welcome to Geopolitics 411, a very important day for the world today, and it's either because it could make or break the world. It could even maybe lead us to World War III. Okay, did I just say that? No, I don't remember saying that, by the way. I don't remember. I don't remember. Why I'm saying this, I think I'm learning from world leader Donald Trump. So Trump is supposed to have a meeting with Ukraine's president, Zelensky, and this meeting is basically supposed to bring the world to a space where there will be agreement and probably end the Russia-Ukraine war. So Ukraine's President Zelensky will meet U.S. President Donald Trump in Washington on Friday. And of course, the agreement that the two are expected to sign is expected that it's going to give the U.S. access to mineral deposits of very rare minerals that are in Ukraine, but for purposes of having Ukraine being backed by the U.S. or being protected by the U.S., and also for them to have an agreement with Russia's President Putin, they must align towards the demands that the U.S. has given. So Trump said that the deal would help the American taxpayers get their money back for the aid that they have been giving to they've given to Ukraine through resources, through army support, and all these things. But he said it will be the Ukraine's for purposes of their security, that Europe will be responsible for Ukraine's security. So he's not making any commitment that because we're signing this deal and we're going to get minerals from here, that as US we are signing into an agreement of security. No. That, he says, will solely be on Europe. So according to the deal, again, details that are emerging is that Ukraine will contribute 50% of future proceeds from state-owned mineral resources such as oil and gas. And these contributions will be used to fund to a fund, and the fund will then be invested, and this will be used to promote safety, security, and prosperity of Ukraine. So meanwhile, the agreement says also that the U.S. government will be subjected, of course, to the U.S. law in this the agreement, maintaining that they will have a long-term financial commitment to the development of a stable and economically prosperous Ukraine. So something very interesting is this meeting is happening just a few days after Trump met with Macron. So Macron also met with Zelensky. So Macron met with Trump and convinced Trump that he needs to meet with Zelensky and strike a deal. Of course, he has interest because he's been pushing so much and saying that U.S. has been, so much in the Ukraine, and with the threat that President Trump had given, Macron was not happy. So, of course, when they met, they must have agreed on deals that are not in the public, yeah? But at least from this, then the meeting that is expected to happen has happened. So something that is very, very interesting also is that Trump met with the UK Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, he met the US President Trump during this was actually his first visit to the White House. And during that meeting, they made the joke. Technically, you could treat it as a joke, but yeah, it was a gesture that when during last week, when the whole thing was beginning to take shape and everyone trying to see how that peace process will happen, that Trump made headlines by calling Ukrainian President Zelensky a dictator. And this he posted on his social media account. Remember, Russia has been saying that Zelensky is a dictator who has not been elected because, again, Ukraine was supposed to go to elections in 2024, but of course that was suspended because Ukraine has been under martial law since the invasion that happened. So when Trump was asked by the BBC if that the use of the word dictator, he replied, "Did I say that? I can't believe I would say that." And that's why I started by saying, will these statements and these meetings lead us to a world that is peaceful, Or is it going to lead us to a World War III? Maybe World War III is coming. Okay, wait a minute, did I just say that? I actually don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that at all. So that's how it happened. So Zelensky, on his part, he says that he hopes that the agreement that they're going to sign, rather, if it's going to be signed with the US, will lead to further deals that they can sign between the two countries. But he confirmed that no American security guarantees have been agreed yet. As I've told you at the beginning, Trump has said the issue of security has nothing to do, the issue of security of Ukraine has nothing to do with the US at all. It has everything to do with Europe. So from my point of view and where I sit, I feel it will be a thing of the It is not, do not even imagine that America will commit to that. Of course, by the time Trump is speaking it out, he knows he's not going to take that responsibility, and he's been complaining that the US put in so much money towards Ukraine through former President Biden. And so we thought he's trying to sign deals where he can get minerals. So no way he's going to do that and then commit again to using, giving security to Ukraine. Of course, by the time Trump is signing this, he's had a discussion with Russia's President Putin. And remember, this was the first instance where the two met without Zelensky in the picture. So these two leaders met and decided we will have a meeting in Saudi Arabia, and their key ministers met in Saudi and discussed about the peace deal without Zelensky. So by the time they are reaching out to Zelensky with this peace deal, I'm sure both Trump and Putin are in a position of where their interests have come first. And this whole idea of having Zelensky in this, personally, I feel like it's a thing of, we discussed this, and this guy has come, and he's just come to cement what these two superpowers agreed, and now he has no choice because he has to resign to either of them, or he will have no country to run, as Trump had put it. So when he was asked, when Zelensky was asked by the BBC if he would walk away from the agreement if Trump did not offer guarantee that he wanted, Zelensky said, "I want to find a NATO path or something similar." And again, here I sit confidently saying, the issue of Ukraine joining NATO should not even be anywhere in his imagination. This is one of the things that was agreed between President Trump and Putin, that the whole idea of having NATO come in, Ukraine join NATO, that's not negotiable. So that outright, whether he says it or not, that's not going anywhere. By the time Trump is meeting with Macron to discuss, of course he's told Macron, the issue of Ukraine joining NATO is not going to happen. And you know, the worst that can happen is that the US would even maybe perhaps offer a threat of leaving NATO. So if they leave, then what happens? So I think all these factors put together, nobody wants to go that direction unless they want to go to World War III. So he says, Zelensky said that if they don't get security guarantees, there won't be a ceasefire and nothing will work. Nothing. Bro, this guy is basically saying, if we don't get security guarantees, we are still going to fight with Russia. And what does that mean? If these other parties that have been there decide to pull out or decide to start war, then what happens? Again, back to my story. Maybe we will have a World War III come to life. So for Trump, it's a now or never, and that's something he has said. We're either going to get the peace deal or we're not going to have. So it's now or never, and if this does not happen, and of course, you know, everyone here, Zelensky interests really here, they really don't matter. Nobody cares. Macron, by the time he's negotiating, he has interests. Putin, of course, we know what Russia has been fighting for all this time. Trump has interest. That's why he's signing those minerals deals. And yeah, basically what they're saying is, if we don't get this, because all these leaders have vested interests, if they don't get it, you can trust me and take this to the bank. It's either they will end up in World War III, and that's why I said it's now or never, or else nothing else will happen. I can assure you. So yeah, that's what is happening this Friday and maybe Saturday. So we'll see how these discussions go going forward. We'll also be watching to see if the meeting happens, and if not, and then we will keep you posted. And we are watching. Actually, the whole world is watching on what is happening. So very interesting times we are living in. So as I said at the beginning, the world better prepare for peace, because it's either now or never. So let's watch out and see actually what happens, yeah? Thank you for watching Geopolitics 411. You can also tell us in the comment section what you feel about it. And if you're watching this when already maybe the meeting has happened, just tell us what you think about the whole agreement and what you think the world will look like moving forward. See you on the next episode. The world is fast-paced and sometimes you miss the action. What perspectives do you have? What is the truth? Is the world at war? Join me, Sarah Mwangi, as we make sense of the information overload.